Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mason Gray.
Good morning. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
So it looks here you're applying for the waiter position. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I have a little bit of experience. My parents actually own a pizza ranch up locally here in town, and I did a little bit of bussing of tables. And I did a lot of cashiers. So I have worked with customers in the past.
So what do you see as like your major strengths? Would you say that your experience is one of those, or what are some of the things that you define as really strong parts of like your ability in?
So yeah, I definitely think that my experience is pretty big coming into this field. But I would also say my communication skills are very well, and I'm good with working with people. If there's a problem, I can come and help. That's my priority, and yeah, I'm here to help.
What do you think it takes to be successful as a waiter?
I think to be successful as a waiter is definitely just to satisfy the customers, and obviously that's going to help the business. So if you're kind of at the front line, you're kind of running the show, you could say. You're keeping the customers satisfied. The business does well because you get good reviews, more people come in, and I think that's probably the biggest step in being a waiter.
So which of your high school accomplishments are you most proud of?
So actually in ninth grade, for a class called Freshman Seminar, we did a big interview project, kind of like this, very similar. So I applied as an airline pilot for that one, and I've been very interested in that field. But for now, I'm definitely working towards being a waiter and starting there as a college student.
I can see you've definitely had some practice in that area. What do you think determines a person's progress in a company?
I'd say what determines a person's progress is definitely like how well they're doing, and probably you're starting from training, you're learning, and then you just need to grow. And I think that growing could take a long time, but I think definitely a successful person should catch on after maybe a week or so. And I think from there you're just going to learn, and there's kind of endless opportunities with anything that you're coming with.
Most definitely. So how do you usually spend your spare time when you're not in school, like during the evenings and over the weekend?
So spare times, typically I like to run, I like to work out a lot, and I also do play golf. So I play a lot of golf pretty much all year, and it's probably one of my favorite hobbies. Also, my mom is a pilot, so occasionally I go fly with her every once in a while, and that's always fun,
Very cool. So I'm gonna change the subject a little bit here. So think about like the worst boss or supervisor you had, and without stating their name, just talk about how they supervised you and like what you think they could have improved on.
Alrighty, so one of my bosses, actually the only boss that I've ever had, is my father. So probably one of the things that I struggled with when I was working with him is he was very demanding. Like, he'd give you a lot of steps, which is not a bad thing. It's good to have a flow, but I think you need to let everything sink in a little bit and work towards the accomplishment that he's given me.
And then, do you have any questions for me?
What are you looking for in an employer? Like 2 qualities?
For a waiter, we're definitely looking for someone who's very team-oriented, someone who's willing to work by themselves or with other members of our crew. It's definitely a huge part here at Applebee's is definitely to work together to achieve a goal. And then another huge thing that we really look for here is the ability to communicate. Like you said, you are the front line of what the customers see when they come to Applebee's, so it's definitely critical to have that ability to effectively communicate.
And I'm just wondering, when can I expect a call back on feedback?
We will call back with our decision next week, yada yada Monday, something, whatever.
Alrighty, thank you for the interview.
My pleasure. We'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Alrighty, thank you.